Being tackled.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Lions first down. First and 10 at the 48.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now it's gone. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From the 50, it's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by a feet metal.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick six in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ballgame.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Levi Owen was
In there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fielded at about the 28.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 6.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a 3rd and 2.
They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Garoppolo now. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 8 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 5. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now a first down throw. Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. These two teams all tied after one.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Robinson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a give, right side, Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the Niners' 8-yard line.
On second down, it's Robinson, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now Goff. Flush to his right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you...
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Lance looking to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike
in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time getting the sack.
Excellent play there by D. Ford, back in form. Remember, 2020, 0 sacks for the season, but to be fair, only played in 1 game due to injury. What he wants to do is get back to the form he showed in 2018 with Kansas City, a career-high 13 sacks.
Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Garoppolo on first down.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's swung out to Mostert. That catch good for only a couple. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Lions the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Play action. It's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Here's Lance.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
This big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Mostert will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now looks to throw.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. To throw is Goff. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the run, it's Robinson. Pushes him over. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson finding room to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That catch good for only a couple.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now
he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. D. Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Third and long. It's Goff. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Lions, 19. Bobby Gould kicking off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6-man.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I got him, back to mine. I got him. Shell.
Now Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And at the 25-yard line, the Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And got his man complete. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Lance finding Ayuk there for a Niner first. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
2nd and 10. Now Goff. That is caught. It's Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They run. Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Goff now to throw. And this is caught by Williams. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. 2nd down and 8. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. And the drive starts with a completion, left side. That catch good for only a couple.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a dump off here complete, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Goff. Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To the air again, Goff. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
16, 16.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 99 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 3 step aside here in overtime. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Detroit, it's a victory for Jared Goff in his debut in the Motor City. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready, I'm ready.